in Tyrrell Bay getting fuel and water. We don't really need the fuel, but good to always top up. And water, we are almost out of, and I couldn't believe that it's 25 cents, although EC, which is like 12 cents Canadian per liter. So filling up the 1,000 liters on this tank is 125 Canadian. In St. Martin, it was 40 US, so 50 Canadian, let's say. So 50 Canadian in St. Martin versus 125 Canadian here. I've heard it's cheaper in mainland Grenada, but yeah, it's a learning experience for sure. And that water maker is going to pay for itself in no time. Thanks to Dad here, my co-pilot, I didn't run over a reef. I was just about to run over a reef. Right here. I kind of went through it and then I went around it. And I kind of went over it, but I didn't hit the bottom. Well, close call. So you can see where I was gonna go. And then I did a oh, and it's all good. So here we are at the dock. This is my second time filling up with water and gas, diesel I should say. And I don't think I've used very much diesel, but we're about to find out. So 500 liter diesel tanks, 1,000 liter freshwater tanks. And this is Tyrrell Bay. So after this, we're gonna try and find a spot. And although the bay is pretty busy, I've heard it's been much busier in the past.
I'm gonna be hanging the Canadian flag here.
Oh, very good. Something that should be done. This is a Canadian vessel, registered to Canada. When we're aboard it, it's like we are aboard Canada herself. All the laws of Canada and whatnot apply to us here on the boat. And we're proud of our country. We're gonna fly it loud and proud. Very good. So we've just been told to what?
Fly our courtesy flag.
Which is this flag. So we gotta fly it because now we're all checked in. So that's the legit procedure. And what were you just gonna tell me about the flag?
This thing here, I think there's nutmeg.
Ah.
They put a lot of nutmeg here in Grenada.
Aha.
Spice on it.
Aha. Very cool. And we got our Canada flag now. Thank you very much. First time walking on dry land after checking in, not just walking down a dock to check in or out, but of our own volition, we're just walking around in a new country now. And it's hot and beautiful and strange. Local cuts of meat sold to the back. So we're here at City Grill and happy to be on shore. Oh, what do we got here?
Shaky video.
Here's the cash. You got a tent?
What's wrong with him? You gotta be crazy. Yeah, you crazy, man.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, you crazy, man.
You know, I just had a really funny moment, guys, because back home, driver's on the left-hand side. So I was like, how the hell did the driver just get out and the vehicle's still driving, you know?
Where you from? States?
Toronto, Canada.
Where?
Canada, Toronto.
Where?
Toronto, the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lived in Canada for 25 years.
You did?
Scarborough.
Oh, no buddy.
Yeah.
What up? That's cool. Yeah, well, King and Dufferin, man.
Yeah, downtown.
Yeah, a little bit west of downtown.
Middle of downtown.
What's that?
Middle of downtown.
Yeah, a little bit down, a little bit west, Yeah, King and Dufferin.
Yeah, I lived in Canada
Right by,
for 25 years.
Wow, crazy. And now you're back.
Yeah, better than there.
Yeah.
No winter, yeah.
Yeah, no winter, man. It's summer all the time. In the winter time, though, how much cooler is it here than now? A couple degrees?
Every day is the same thing.
Same thing, no matter what, eh? That's cool, man. Yeah, this whole drive, I thought that guy was driving, and then he gets out, and you're like, what the hell? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my dad live at the West End.
Okay. Keelan Finch?
Keelan Eglinton.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's so funny, I never would have thought.
Yeah.
The wind is howling today. nice for keeping cool. But I mean, we got little white caps here, and Philip is trying to get something to eat. I've insisted that Philip tie a float to himself, so when he's diving down that he doesn't get have a dinghy run him over when he's resurfacing. So he's finally agreed to that, and it's a pain. But then you don't have this guy run you over. So it's Thursday, August 19th, and it's been kind of weird because we've been sitting here at this anchorage and kind of don't know what to do other than just sit around all day. You can't just drink every day, you know, and you can't go on a hike every day either. So we're pulling up anchor right now, just getting it, and we're just gonna go to another place and check that out. All right, we are coming into Sandy Island now, just around the corner from Tyrrell Bay where we were hanging out. And look at this beautiful place. So it's a mooring field. I think you have to pay for a mooring ball, just like all these guys did. And if mooring balls aren't available and you do anchor, you still have to pay. But we see one dead ahead that we're gonna go for. Phil's just getting us ready. And there's the ball right there off the back of that cat there. We're gonna go for it. We're on the mooring ball, first try. And look at this. We have this tiny little, oh, those are my shorts. Big thanks to Matt Rice for delivering me those back. They're a treasure of mine. But look at this beautiful, it's just like a little strip. It's called Sandy Island. And the snorkeling is supposed to be really good. It looks very clear. You can just pretty much see bottom. So we're gonna do this today. And I think it's 25 EC per day, so that's about 12.50 Canadian per night to be here, and I think that's well worth it. And here's what she looks like. So there's Sandy Island. This here says 2.5 meters. I draft 2 meters. These charts are wrong, but they're wrong on the conservative side. They say it is shallower than it is. We were here before in Tyrrell Bay. We just went right around and now we're there. And this is Carriacou. In general, this is the whole island right here. And so in about 5 days, we're going to leave Carriacou and head down to Grenada proper, and we're gonna be in an anchorage right down in here. All of these are anchorages for hundreds of boats. That'll be in about 5 days, but for now we're gonna check out this beautiful spot, maybe have a beer before 5 o'clock. Okay, so we came here on the beach. We pulled up, and now we're just exploring. Set our stuff down under this tree. We're just gonna take a look what's going on down here, and I'm stepping on that's hurting my feet. Wow, it's a coral graveyard. Oh, yikes. Rough go.
Pretty flat area.
It's definitely a weird squishy ground here. Dark clouds approaching. Looks a little bit ominous. Coming into an anchorage called La Roche anchorage, and it looks pretty full. So we're just creeping in, and we're gonna see if we can find a spot. We're at Anse La Roche, that's A-N-S-E, La Roche, which I think just means La Roche anchorage. There's La Roche, and there's the anchorage. We're at the back, and there's a place here called Tim's Beach Bar. It's the only place, and we're gonna go there and get some dinner. All kinds of weird stuff around. It's hot, it's humid. There's a little crab hole. This is a stormwater runoff. Looks really trippy. And Dad's out there contemplating life until Philip walks in front of the frame. Thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. Just kind of getting used to actually being able to explore land and see things. And I'm really starting to find that I need to do something every day. I can't just sit around and then have drinks at the end of the day and feel good about myself day after day. I have to be doing something. And so with Philip and my dad here, that kind of means keeping them entertained, but also I think when my dad's not around on the trip anymore, and when Philip maybe has gone back, I'm not sure. I really got to catch up on video editing. I haven't done any. I've been kind of getting my files organized, and that's good, but I have a lot of video editing to do, and I need to kind of think how I want to put this whole thing together. So it's gonna be a hack job. For now, we're gonna hang out here for another day or two. Then we'll go down to mainland Grenada, which is still an island, but the main island. And once my dad flies home in a week, then it'll be time to kind of catch up on a little bit of boat maintenance. After all the boat maintenance I did back in St. Martin, a few things need done, and then figure out where the hell I'm gonna go next. So here we are, just hanging out, and we're the only ones here. I don't know if anyone else is gonna be here tonight, but this place is beautiful. I'm gonna film you guys filming, but yeah, look, I mean, look at this. It's all set up, sexy music playing. I mean, 3 guys, pretty great. So we're approaching Petite Martinique right now, which is just off the northeast end of Carriacou. It's part of Grenada, Grenadian territories, Carriacou as well. And the island on the left is Petit Saint Vincent. We're not allowed to be in there, but we're allowed to be on this island on the right. It's very windy, so I'm not sure you can hear me or not, and it's very hard to see, but between these islands is all reef, and it looks like there's a bunch of boats all anchored in a row over there. So it looks like it's a good anchorage with good protection from the swell, not protection from the wind, but that's okay. But to be determined, so we're just gonna creep in and have a look-see. Okay, so it is the morning of August 22nd, 2021, and this is Petite Martinique. We are saying goodbye to Petite Martinique and any of the other territories that are held by Grenada, because we're going to the mainland. Grenada, which is still an island. This is Union Island, which is St. Vincent territory. We can't go there. Just pulling up the anchor, and then we're out of here. So we're underway here with a very smooth start. We have, you can't see it, but we have 2 reefs in the main, and we have 1 reef in the furling Genoa. And out here to our left is all reef that is acting as a breakwater between these 2 islands. The swell isn't really getting in, except now that we're getting past the islands, we're starting to feel it. And you can see all the white caps out there. It means that conditions are going to intensify. The crew has data again, because my data month is renewed, and they're all very happy with that. Oh, good. Well, we didn't lose it. That's what counts. Cool 7.5 knots on a broad reach right now. Coming around the southern tip of Carriacou, and there's a huge reef here that we're going around. That's all reef. We're going around it. And you can just see the waves are all breaking way offshore on that reef. And the water looks all turquoise and stirred up on the other side of it. Hard for you to see, probably. It's a good thing we got charts, or I wouldn't have known until, well, you could tell from the breaking waves, but still. Treachery. There's treachery afoot. And we're back to that oceanic sailing that we haven't done in a little while. Getting that lean on. Getting that swell. Look at that blue, blue.
Here we are just quietly sailing along down the south side of Grenada, approaching Prickly Bay.
Right.
Doing 5 knots, civilized.
Downwind. The sun is hot. Winds are light right now, and we're going with the wind, so we're not really feeling it. And feeling that sun for sure. And there's all these little bays, bay after bay after bay after bay after bay. Very long bays with a lot of erosion going on around them. And yeah, we're seeing little pockets of marinas and pockets of boats on anchor, but I imagine the bulk is yet to come. The bay that we're going to, Prickly Bay, is I think the most popular bay in Grenada for cruisers, so it'll probably be hard to find a spot. And that's what's going on. Should be there in about an hour. So here we are pulling into, or approaching the mouth of, I should say, Prickly Bay, which has been our final destination on this trip. We just took a bit of time in Carriacou. And now that we were there, we're already checked into Grenada, so we can just show up and we're good here. But this is the final destination, and this is the southernmost point here that we're looking at, right ahead of the Caribbean island chain, I believe. I don't know if there's anything further south of this. And so beyond here, it's Venezuela and Trinidad and Tobago to our south. So, and that is that way. And there's nothing else between us and Venezuela. So we're just sailing into the mouth, and it's going painfully slow, of course, right at the very end. I think we're fighting some current. But that's okay, because we've got all day. So in a few minutes we'll take the sail down and we will motor for our final approach. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Stay tuned. Next episode where I figure out what I'm gonna do.
You heard the captain. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and the notification buttons, and we'll see you on the next episode.